Hello, I'm Courtney Cardini and welcome back to Life of a Travel Writer. It is March 16th and this is currently video 11 out of 52 because that is my current goal, making a video a week update. So it's Sunday, it's March 16th. We are still in Playa and it is ridiculously hot. I am literally melting. It is 88 degrees. No, it's 85 at the moment, but it has been 88 degrees for the last couple days, and I'm very excited for the rain that's supposed to come tomorrow because I am melting, and it just gets so hot here during the day that you can't do anything in the afternoon. So it's 6 o'clock now and the sun is finally starting to go down. It should go down at 7. So that's like when I like to get my stuff done for outside because I can't go out in the sun. I met someone for coffee the other day and it was only a 15-minute walk there and a 15-minute walk back, and I stayed inside for the coffee the whole time. We were inside and I came back with sunburn from a half an hour walk. So yes, it is not the best experience at the moment, but my family is suffering through the cold, so I shall not complain. But yes, it is very hot and I always forget about that when you leave for a while and you go to other places and then you come during the dry season and there's no clouds in the sky. It's beautiful, it's blue, but it's like the sun is just trying to destroy you basically. So that is where we are at the moment. Not too much has happened this week. I did decide the other week that I was going to stick with doing my videos on Sunday, and last Sunday it was so hot and I was just not feeling it that I waited so long and I forgot that we had salsa dancing. And that's plans that my partner made with some of his friends and everything. So I did post my video late. I think I posted it at 1 a.m. on Sunday night. So technically I did miss my streak, but I don't care. In my head, the streak counted. So yes, so we're on week 11. A lot of this week has been pitching work that I've been doing. I have a couple pitches that I want to send out, so I've been doing a lot of research on that, and that's a big part of travel writing if that's what you choose. Obviously there's a bunch of different avenues that you can pick, but one of my big goals this year is I had 3 bylines last year and I'm looking into doubling that and hopefully having 6, and I'm really aiming towards travel. So I have a lot of travel magazines that I have really been doing a lot of research on because I'm trying to, make sure that when I pitch, I, give myself a good setup because it is hard. They get hundreds of pitches a day. You're going in cold. I don't know anybody yet in the travel sphere. So I'm hoping when I go to the Women in Travel Summit in May that I'll change a little bit. One of the big magazines that I'm really interested in is Condé Nast Traveler, and I know one of the women who works for the magazine is going to be at the conference. I think she is actually, I don't know how I saw her name on there. I think she's going as a speaker. So that's something that I'm extremely interested in and have been spending a lot of my time this week focusing on pitches and how I plan on pitch and who I'm going to pitch to, and doing a lot of research to make sure what it is I'm pitching really fits them. So it's been a lot of research this week, a lot of planning. I've also had to do just a lot of cleaning in general because I started filming a few years ago and I've always taken photos, so like a lot of my storage is just filled and I need to organize it and figure out a way to get that under control. And that's something that I highly suggest no matter what career path you choose, is that you have an organizing system for everything that you use. So that's a big thing that I'm doing now. And I am still writing. I haven't done too much work on some of my books just because of the fact that I've been focusing on pitches a lot this week. So I currently have 4 books that I'm working on. My first book is the debut travel memoir that I'm working on with my literary agent, and that is still currently at book proposal. So we are still in the notes phase. We're still sending notes back and forth and everything like that. And I'm actually really excited because on Thursday, Thursday, we have, because of the literary agent that I'm working with, they also have a writers community, and they do monthly video calls with people in the industry, and they do like an intro, and they talk about their experience, and they give like a little bit of a lecture, and then you get to ask them questions. And the first couple that I attended, I didn't read the book, but this one I am reading the book because it's not just a fiction book or anything like that. It is about writing and editing, and since I am really hell-bent on leveling up in a developmental way, I'm extremely interested in this book, and I'm very much looking forward to speaking to the woman who wrote this book. So I am very excited because that does involve my literary agent being able to meet people like that, and I think that's great. And I also asked my literary agent for someone in the community that he could recommend that I can kind of have like a writing buddy. Last year I attended my first writing retreat, and I was really on a mission to find other writers. I realized I don't have any friends whose mission it is to write a book or anything like that. So I have a lot of friends in finance, I have archaeology, high school friends, and things like that, but and other career friends that I've met through art and everything, but I do not have a writing circle that I would like to be a part of. So I did reach out to him about that and trying to find somebody so that I could start like an online community with, just someone who's like on my same level, who either has already already published their first book, or is in the process of publishing their first book, in travel, or memoir in general, just someone I could exchange pages with and be able to work on developmental things. Like you really need to talk certain things out with people because you're too close to the project. So it's nice to have someone to be your soundboard. So that is something that I'm really interested in. So I am looking forward to getting the notes back from my literary agent. I'm looking forward to hearing this lecture on Thursday, especially about the editing part. And then I'm also looking forward to meeting somebody that I can exchange pages with who's on the same processes as me. So the first book is still on book proposal. Book number 2, which is also a travel memoir, I'm still at 15,374 words, and my goal is to make 18,750 words by the end of March. I'm trying to keep, for that book, I'm doing, my goal is 6,250 a month, just because I wanted to give myself 12 months to write another book. You've done the first one, now do the second one, and building the skeleton and everything like that. So I am on track with meeting that requirement, which I'm really glad about. And my third memoir is one that I'm currently working on that's in present time. So that one I have a word count of 75 that I would like to hit by the end of the year, but I'm not as restrictive with this because if I'm being honest, I started a little bit in January and February. Now I'm doing more now, so I'm at 5,401 words, and my goal is to have 6,250 by the end of the month. So I wasn't too restrictive, or I guess I wasn't really hell-bent on doing that one as much, but just like having 500 words a day or something like that was what the goal was for Memoir 3. And for my first fiction book that I'm working on, I'm at 5,396 words, and I'm looking just to break even at 6,000 by the end of March. So yeah, so not something that is unrealistic at all. I think that is a very fitting for my capabilities. Obviously, everybody is going to be different. Some people can write 3,000 a day. Some people, it takes them 2 months to write 3,000. It all depends on what your level of writing is and how you go into it. I find that after years of writing, I have the ability to just go in and spit out 5 pages and not even think about it, because I've never been on the cusp of where I need to worry about things developmentally. So I can give you a garbage draft and not have a problem with it, but I haven't made it over that hill to the next stage, which that is what this whole year is about, is making it to the next level. So yeah, so that is what we're currently working on with books. This week again, I'm gonna probably try to hit my goals before the end of this week, and then I'll revamp my goals for April, because I do have a lot of pitches that I'm looking to get done. So those are the two things that I'm working on, pitches and then word count for books. I'm also still running. I hit my PR of a 12-minute and 30-second mile the other day. And I've also started listening to audiobooks again. I always have to switch it up between music and audiobooks. And then sometimes I run with nothing, which I have heard is psychotic, but I feel like if you're at a level, a lot of the professional athletes that I've met run with nothing. They don't listen to anything, which I think is okay. I've done it a lot, but there's just something about having the music, mostly because I am trying to keep a certain pace while I run. So having that beat of the music follow this pace at which I'm trying to keep, I find very beneficial. I found that when I was listening to the audiobook today, it was easy for me to ignore my body because I was just paying attention to what was going on, because the book I'm currently listening to is How to Become a Successful Author, and it's an audiobook that I've listened to multiple times. I think it is very beneficial, and I feel really bad that I forgot the guy's name, but I will put it down below. But I think it is a great book, and I think anyone who is a creative should give it a chance. But because of the pace of the book, and even though I have the speed turned up, I realized halfway through that I wasn't running as fast as I normally do, because I did lose the pace by listening to an audiobook. So I think I finished today 5 minutes slower than I normally finish. I've been finishing 4 miles at about 55 minutes. I think today I just cracked at 60 minutes. Which isn't bad, but it's not what I'm trying to do. So I do have to find that balance between choosing to listen to something for my mental health over something that's going to keep my focus on running. So there's always that. But sometimes you have a dip in your energy and you just need to change what it is that you're listening to. And especially since I've been continuously doing the same route, I do need to sometimes change what it is I'm listening to. So yeah, so that's it on running. Besides today, I've been keeping it at a 4 miles in 55 minutes. And then I hit my PR the other day of 12 minutes and 30 seconds for a mile, which is great. Obviously, it is very, very slow, but it is what it is. I gotta start at the beginning because I let myself fall off the bandwagon. So now we're starting again, and it's not a big deal. I have a feeling, because of muscle memory and things like that, you are more likely to snap back quicker. So I feel within the next couple of months, I will be able to at least hit, I'm gonna say, it'll go 4.5 under an hour, and then it'll go 5 under an hour, then 5.5 under an hour, and then finally 6. But the jump from 4 to 6 can be quite tricky depending on how you're training and how everything is going. So yeah, so that is it at the moment. I did push myself to make an effort, and before I got here, I joined a few group chats for Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen has a big expat community. Usually I like to meet locals, but my Spanish is very, very poor. 1, I am dyslexic, and 2, I speak Italian as a second language. So I will answer in Italian thinking I'm answering in Spanish. So that is an issue. But I joined an acro yoga group chat, and luckily there's a new studio that just opened, and it was the lady's first time teaching there, so the group was really nice. Everybody was new, it was a new space, so it was a very nice experience, and I really hit it off with one of the girls that I was practicing with. So we went and had coffee, which felt great because it was like a 2.5 hour conversation, and it doesn't always go like that. Like, yes, you can meet people in groups, but sometimes you know you're good in the group setting, and then you're on your own, and sometimes people are duds, and not just duds, but like they've got a lot mentally going on, and she lives here, so like meeting people that come in and out all the time can also be very damaging on your psyche. And then meeting friends as an adult is like its own trauma that everyone faces with. But yeah, so it went really well, and I'm very glad that I met her. She gave me some great book recommendations that I'm very excited for, even though I have no time to read them, but I did already download them because I have a problem. So yeah, so that I think is it for the moment. I don't know if we're going to salsa tonight because, as I said, it is really, really hot. And it really sucks the energy out of you being so hot, and just the way the sun faces into our apartment and everything like that just heats everything up. So I always have to close the curtains, but champagne problems, if we're being honest. So yeah, so that is it for the moment. I am very excited that I have stuck to 11 videos, and I thank you for watching, because I know that I am in the beginning phases of this, so I am not at my best, and I am looking forward to getting better though. I know I wanted to do like short vlogs throughout the week, but right now I think I'm just going to stay to filming on Sunday because that is what works for me at the moment. Only because it's just so much at once, trying to do books, trying to do pitches, trying to make money. It's just, you only have so many hours in the day. So yeah. So I think this is a good start. I'm very glad that I've made it to video 11, and I look forward to completing the rest of the year. I feel like now that we're into March, a lot of this is getting a lot easier for me. And even though January felt like forever and then February was gone in a blink of an eye, March seems to be my mellowing out month, and things are slowly starting to fall into place so that they can pick up speed, because I know once we get to May, sorry, it was so hot my camera died, so even my camera doesn't want to work in this heat. So yes, so I want to wrap it up here. I want to thank you again for sticking around, checking out my videos, and if you have any questions, comment below. If you're looking for a writing group, message me. I think that would be great. And yes, I shall see you next Sunday. Have a great week. Goodbye.